Hello, guys, Rookie here, and for a little bit of some backstory. Back when I was a little kid, me and my family didn't have cable until we moved to Minneapolis. The only way we could watch, me and my siblings could watch Nickelodeon and Disney and Cartoon Network, we would have to go to a daycare. But at home, we'd sometimes, at least plenty of times, we would watch this channel that I called the Canadian channel because that Canada imagery. It would sometimes air two films, frequently. One being Chicken Run and the other being Antz, which is the film we'll be reviewing. But before I get to that, I need to explain some backstory about the film. The film was directed by Jeffrey Katzenberg, an ex-Disney executive, who discovered that Pixar was doing a film called Bug's Life, and due to a falling out, Jeffrey started a new company called DreamWorks, which started out doing some live action films, and then in 1998, both films were released, with months apart. Antz was released in October, and The Bug's Life was released in November. Bug's Life was the more financially successful, but Antz is the more well-known for certain reasons. And Bug's Life has actually been known for being Pixar's more weaker films other than Cars. And also for Kevin Spacey playing a villain. Ironic. Yeah, and I have actually been wanting to do a video on this film since 2018, to coincide with the film's 20th anniversary. And I thought, you know what, since I probably will be releasing this on my 20th birthday, it would be the perfect time. And this film has been reviewed by Mr. I Hate Sony Pictures and Channel Awesome. Now you got to there, let's get started. Our film starts with our protagonist Zeke in therapy, having complained about his life. Yeah, this film is going to be a little bit more of an existential crisis thing. And we get to see what his world is, which looks pretty amazing for a CGI film from 1998. And then we discovered what a typical day is for the ants. And we discovered their unusual thing with babies. They decide if it's a worker or a soldier. Isn't depending on like the body type. And then some, and we see Zeke's usual job. He usually digs holes like plenty of ants do. And then after the trip is over, Zeke goes to a bar and talks to a soldier ant played by Sylvester Stallone. And then a bar fight happens. Yeah, this film is rated PG for a lot of reasons, which one of them I'll mention later in the video. And Zeke falls in love with a princess, which causes him to switch places with Sylvester Stallone ants, and goes to where his place is. So Zeke becomes a soldier ant, and we do get to hear much about the soldier ant talks to the queen, where about unusual, like, problems problems with the termites. And so these older ants sing Ants Go Marching. Wow, that's a song I've not heard since I was 9. And and then and then violence. Lots of it. And Zeke falls into a hole, and then Zeke is the only soldier ant that survived. And we see the guilt he had for what he has done. Like, we see him go slowly. Yes, because family picture. Okay, and so, but then Zeke is praised, but has discovered that he's a worker ant, and some mess-ups later. Him and the princess are far away from home, and Zeke tries to take her to Insectropolis, which he got from a winged ant at a bar earlier in the film. And once they get to there, thanks to using a leaf as a boat, they arrive at a picnic with Pepsi. Like, you can tell he is trying to a little bit. And there's a oops, I forgot to pause it. And Mountain Dew product placement. Yeah. There's not a lot of it other than don't worry, there's not a lot of product placement. Other than possibly Shoe Brand and Hershey, there's not gonna be that much. Nothing like the Michael Bay levels. And then they arrive at Insectopia, which is basically just a bunch of old food that they probably eat. And then they soldier in since a winged ant to find the princess and get back to the hill. And oh wait, I still forgot. Before that, Zeke and the princess actually almost get killed by a human we don't see. And Zeke says the H word. Yeah. Now you know why I said this film was rated PG. And then I discovered that the general wants to drown the worker ants. And after and then they usually try to then the soldier ants try to rescue the worker ants by forming a pyramid something to rescue them. And so our film ends with an epilogue. Now on the things I don't like. The romance subplot with Zeke and the princess, it did not feel believable. And and the story felt pretty rushed, which it was. Yeah, to beat Bugs Life to a punch, they had to rush it of it, and even from what I heard from Antz history of DreamWorks, they've actually had to go very cheap with actors they could at least afford. Yeah, they were originally gonna get Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he charged so much. Yeah. And now on the things I like about the film. Its older tone is a little bit of a breath of fresh air compared to what we air nowadays. It wasn't until recent years where we start getting a little bit more stuff geared towards older audience. Like, a lot of early DreamWorks films was not really geared towards children. And overall, this film is good but not great. It's nothing the best. It's, even from the here, you could tell it was trying to rip off A Bug's Life, but it was a bit different, like, compared to plot. Antz is about a worker ant who wants to be a soldier and then falls in love with a princess. A Bug's Life is about an inventor ant screwing things up for his colony, and Kevin Spacey Grasshopper attempts to kill him, and has plenty of casting characters. So there is probably some difference. And the animation hasn't really aged well, but this was a film made in the 90s, so CGI isn't gonna really age that well, until recent years. But would I recommend it? Maybe. Maybe you might. Maybe with some friends. And maybe now with some children, as this film is has a little bit more of an older audience taste. And so that's all. Don't forget to slide the like button and kill the comment section and follow me to Green Key too. And see ya. Okay, this is something new. Also, I'm only going to do 2 videos for December. Okay?